Welcome back to Bombastic Nation and Ting and Ting and Ting. I'm Mr. Giant and I'm back with some more vibes for all you, back with some more positive iration for you and Ting, and we continuing in the Heritage Minutes, Canada Heritage Minutes. And this one I've been looking forward to it. This is about Superman. I was surprised to find out that Superman originates in Canada. So, let me get the in-depth story, or well, as much as the minute would give, on Superman. Let's YouTube and simmer. Let's go, Soupy.
He's that strong.
Joe Schuster, will you stop or you miss your train? Now help me find number 5.
Strong, but by day he's a mild-mannered reporter. Glasses, yeah, what's secret identity?
Honestly, you Canadian kids.
He'd be in this cape.
A what?
A cape, wearing these blue tights.
A hero in tights, really. Here it is.
Listen, Lois, this guy is faster than anything, I swear.
If you're not fast, you're gonna miss your train.
That's it. A bullet, a bullet. He's faster? No, he's faster than a speeding bullet.
Come on, get on it. No one's gonna read a comic strip about a strong man in tights, Joe. It'll never fly.
Fly, no. But he can leap over tall buildings. Oh, wow, yeah.
See what your cousin Frank says in Toronto.
Wait, Lois. I've got something for you. Take it. It's a gift. You never know, it might be worth something someday.
Yeah, I bet.
Is he great or what?
Okay. So that's interesting. That's how he came up with that's not how he came up with the idea, but that's how he pitched the idea to this lady there. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? That's how real writing is created. Somebody's just walking and brainstorming, walking and throwing out ideas, and as you go along, what you see, you incorporate it within that main idea and thing, and this is kind of cool. So that's how it started. That's who. I want to know more about the guy who came up with the idea though, so I'm gonna have to look into that some more. Let's keep going.
Trouble in their building in English. Yeah. Come across them miles from anywhere. I don't even know if I know what they're for.
She said, now the people will know we were here. Now the people will know we were here.
Now I'll be honest with you. Inux. Well, I can't pronounce it. I ain't even gonna try. But those are a group of people that I'm not real versed on. I'm gonna have to look upon them, look upon the culture, see what the history is like. If there's a succinct historical rendering of their existence and stuff. And I know they still exist today, but I'm talking about the historical part of it. Comment down below of any book, anything on YouTube that I could react to about this tribe, Inukshuk. I guess that's what it's called, but you know what I mean. Correct me if I'm wrong, you know what I mean. But let's keep going. This is interesting, you know what I mean. And the thing about it is that we fail to acknowledge the contribution by these people in today's new world, as they called it back then. You know what I mean? They just constructed that thing and say this will let us know, let people know that we've been here. And it's kind of cool that the tribes back then did that, because now we know and learn about them, their existence, and quite maybe we might be able to learn some stuff from how they survived. You know what I'm saying?
So, toast is burning. if we can provoke that smell by probing the surface of the brain, we'll find the source of the seizures. Mrs. Cole, do you feel anything?
I see the most wonderful lights.
And now what do you feel?
Did you pour cold water on my hand, Dr. Penfield?
Now what?
Oh,
What is it, Mrs. Cole?
burnt toast. Dr. Penfield, I can smell burnt toast. Dr. Wilder Penfield. He cured my seizures and hundreds more. They say he drew the roadmap of the human brain. We
Yeah.
the greatest Canadian alive.
Well, that's kind of cool, you know, a brain surgeon doing his thing, you know.
Your
All right.
visit isn't really necessary.
I'll judge for myself.
I know you're an MP, Miss McPhee, but a woman has never...
I am not leaving till I do. How can such a society be called civilized? If those appalling conditions don't change, the prison will explode!
Perhaps our lone lady member is too fragile to know what is normal in a prison.
Is this normal?
Her courage would lead to the overhaul of the entire Canadian penal system. Agnes MacPhail, Canada's first woman MP.
See, I remember back when Hillary Clinton was running for president, and I'm like, man, a woman as president may, it's not a given, may think of more peaceful stuff. Apparently she wouldn't. Not when you're in the pockets of the big military industrial complex and things like that. But prison reform, catalyst, somebody with compassion, instead of these guys who all want to be warriors, you know what I mean? And they think, yeah, you know, and I'm going to say it again, what's the deal with men wanting to absolutely control everything and don't want to listen to anybody else with any good ideas, and like women and stuff? And we know, and as we see through all of this here, the heritage ministers, women are just as capable, if not more capable than a lot of men, you know what I mean, to contribute. They don't have to be, their contribution is, oh, they cook the best pie, oh, you know, they raise the best children. That thing is a joint something there, and I think that's why we have so many issues in this world, you know what I mean? Because raising kids are a joint thing. It's not just the woman's job. I'm from a single mom household. Mom did a good job, I think. First off, I'm good looking. Anyway, let's keep going here. Enough of the jokes, the bad ones.
The world's most famous Canadian, Grey Owl, just back from a triumphant British tour, is to be a reluctant guest at a gathering of First Nations.
Archie, you may not realize this, but right now you are the most famous Red Indian in the world. These are your
Red Indian.
Come on, Howard, let's go.
Sure, I'm sure. His name is Archie Bellini, and if he's a Red Indian, I'm the King of China.
It is an honor to meet the man called Grey Owl, who has brought much respect for our people.
Imposter, rascal, dreamer. And yet the Englishman who called himself Grey Owl awoke the whole world to our vanishing wilderness.
My brother says, men become what they dream. You have dreamed well.
So you see, environmentalists isn't a new thing. I believe that a lot of the native tribes in this region, they were environmentalists with a spiritual twist. You know what I mean? Treat Mother Earth good, you know, and she'll treat you good. Be respectful of Mother Earth and she'll respect you back. You know what I mean? So in essence, they were spiritual environmentalists, you know what I mean? Because they correlate spirituality with Mother Earth, which is kind of like what Rastafarians do, and which is what I kind of do, which is why I'm trying to get out of this concrete jungle and back to the ocean and possibly the jungle too, because I love those things, I respect them, and at the rate we destroying them now, it's just crazy. Want to live it up before they do.
They'll find them.
What's going on here?
We'll find you someplace.
And Laura wouldn't have died if this community could agree on a real hospital. If we can forget our differences.
Я можу дозволити $50.
They will develop найліпшу стайну.
То ми збудуємо шпиталь? Ну, так. Добре. Добре. Добре.
Our community did get together and build a real hospital with free services. Maybe we started something.
If only. You see people get together of different nationalities, it seems, and you know, if only we could realize with these little things that people do together and accomplish together to make life better for everybody, and we expand that, like Bob Marley say, one drop, boop, you drop a stone in the water, ripple effects. But it never works that way, because somebody's going to find some way to make money off of it, unfortunately.
Angus should never have agreed to this last race. She's too old. Ready? Thompson, hold it back! Get to it now!
There's some kind of difficulty.
Just once more, little girl. You need a rest.
Their last race and still undefeated. The Blue Nose out of Lunenburg, Nova Scotia was fastest in the world for almost 20 years.
Oh man, that just took me back to my old sailing days back on the island, you know what I mean? I remember going out on a catamaran. I actually hate those things. It's like you're sitting on this flat surface, and the kind that I was on. And when those things capsize, man, it's so hard to pull them upright, because of the sail, and you're leaning, you and your buddies are leaning and trying to get them up. And then, of course, the tide is pulling you out. The tide is pulling you out. I didn't like that feeling, because I didn't go out there to swim in deep waters. I go out there to sail and relax and watch the sky and stuff like that. The next thing I know, I'm trying to swim against the current. But sailing is fun. I suggest it. It's quite relaxing, you know what I mean?
I've asked that some milk be brought to you.
Hey, ma'am, do you think we'll get an answer today?
I'm doing everything in my power.
Mrs. Young, your husband would like to see you.
Our borders will remain closed.
But this is madness. The government doesn't understand the seriousness of the situation. All those people waiting, we are their only hope. We have to help them now. Their life is in danger.
But then you won't be able to change Canada's immigration policy all alone.
Mr. Kramer, your visa. This time you've got it.
You remember me?
Of course. Your mother was holding a baby.
My sister. Anne.
And your mother?
Governor General Georges Vanier and his wife Pauline were strongly committed to the welfare of refugees, and throughout their lives continue their tireless efforts on behalf of humanitarian causes.
Pauline Viner, See, there goes the compassion again. What is the deal with immigrants? People are always saying, you know, immigrants are coming here because the government this and the government that, but they don't take in consideration that bigger countries go in there and terrorize people, you know. And I'm gonna say, I don't mean they go in there and kill them, and in some cases it happens, but you know, they put businesses in there, pay them little and nothing because they don't want to pay them what they have to pay here. And you know, like up here I hear people say, oh, they keep giving money to those immigrants and they keep giving them this, but are they really? Or is it for profit? I'm not saying there's not good companies that's not taking care of business, but you gotta investigate these things before you start talking. But anyway, man, thank you all for watching this with me and thing. And like as usual, I thoroughly enjoy this vibe here, you know what I mean? And I hope you guys are enjoying watching it with me. Thank you all for all the comments and stuff. You know, I live alone, so I like talking to you guys when you, especially, it's like going back to my childhood when I had pen pals in London and then China and all those places. When I had pen pals all over, YouTube is taking that over in the comment section. So keep bringing them comments, man. You know what I mean? I like reading them and try to answer the majority of them. Some of them, you know, because I got a 9 to 5. Well, it's not a 9 to 5. It's a whatever they give me. Anyway, man, you all take care of each other, all right? Cool runnings.